you ready? I have two hands, the left and the right. Hold them up high, so clean and bright. Clap them softly, 1, 2, 3. Two little hands are good. Oh, little? Malaki pala ito. Two bigger heads are good to see. Good morning! Maayong aga! Mga kapatid, welcome ko po kayo sa aking YouTube channel, The Preacher's Journal. And if you like to see some of my videos, some of my sermon vlogs, just click the subscriber button below at i-hit nyo na rin yung notification bell para maging inspirado tayong lahat sa pakikinig ng salita ng Diyos. Sa umagang ito ay ating tutuklasin ang salita ng ating Panginoon hinggil sa pagpapakumbaba. Naranasan mo na bang magpakumbaba? Have you ever been to a humbling experience? Kailan? Paano? Sigurado ka. I started earlier with the nursery rhyme, I have two hands, the left and the right, because for me it has a big resemblance to my understanding of what it takes to be humble. When I'm feeling so down, so troubled, so lonely, when I feel like I'm nothing, I always try to see at my right hand. Because this in my right hand, I always associate, I should remind myself that I was fearfully and wonderfully made by God. That I was created in the image and likeness of God. That I am created special by the Lord Himself. And so therefore, there is no need for me to be lonely, to be depressed. There is no need for me to think negative things, rather to see at the bright side of life. While on my left, I always have in mind the idea of thinking always when I feel like I'm great, when I feel like I'm so high, when I feel that I am so blessed, that, friends, you need to bear in mind that you know nothing. In fact, you are dust, and to dust you shall return. So there is no point for me to always brag about myself. This was so because for me, sisters and brothers, I believe humility is a self-regulating virtue. There is a need for a person, for all of us, to regulate, to control. It helps us recognize that we should neither be too high or too low on ourselves. That we must constantly re-evaluate ourselves and adjust accordingly. You know, in reality, people who are so blessed, kung sino pa yung mga mayayaman, kung sino pa yung meron sa buhay, kung sino pa ang may pinag-aralan, kung sino pa yung may alam. Sila yung mga klase ng tao na madaling matukso. Sila yung madaling humakot ng sariling bangko. I mean, these are the kind of people who are always tempted to live in pride. It is as if, well, you have everything. You know everything. So what for? When you're too smart, too intellectual, beware of intellectual arrogance. When you are rich, beware of being greedy. When you think that you are far more better than others, bear in mind, you are becoming too away from being humble. You're becoming too far away from being a Christian. You are too far away from what the Lord requires of us. And in the gospel today, in the gospel of Luke chapter 14, verse 7 to 14, we are being reminded of the attitude of being humble. Ang ating ebanghelyo sa umagang ito ay nagtatalakay sa kung paano po ba natin titingnan ang pagpapakumbaba. And today, let us take a look on the New Testament Pinoy version. What does Jesus mean when we talk about humility? Sinasabi dito, isang araw ng Sabat, inimbitahan si Jesus na kumain sa bahay ng isang leader ng mga Pharisees. Binabantayang mabuti ng mga tao ang mga kilos ni Jesus. Bakit nila binabantayan si Jesus? And this is what the context of our gospel for today. Sinasabi po dito mga kapatid kung ano po ang nangyayari during this time. At kung titingnan po natin, even before verse 7 to 14, meron po tayo mga biblical accounts na siyang nagpapatunay kung ano po ba ang konteksto kung bakit sinabi at ginawa ni Jesus ang mga bagay na ito. In verse 14, 1-6, dito po napapaloob kung paano pinagaling ni Jesus ang lalaking may manas. Kung saan tinanong ni Jesus kung tama ba na magpagaling isa araw ng Sabbath, and the Pharisees just simply turned silence about it. Where Jesus made a point, kung meron kayong anak o bakang nahulog sa balon, di nyo ba iaahon agad kahit araw ng Sabbath? Because the Pharisees have been questioning why Jesus is performing healing during the time of Sabbath when everyone is entitled to take their rest. But Jesus said, "You hypocrite, mga hipokrito kayo." Sabi pa nga dito sa Pinoy version, mga plastic. In verse 10 of chapter 13, which would remind us of the gospel last Sunday, tungkol sa babaeng Kuba na pinagaling ni Jesus. And the religious leaders, the synagogue leaders are so very indignant. Galit sila. Bakit ginagawa ni Jesus ang panggagaling sa araw ng Sabat? Pero ano sinabi ni Jesus? Mga plastic. Di ba't kahit araw ng Sabat, tinatanggal nyo ng pagkakatali ang baka at donkey nyo at nilalabas ang mga ito para painumin? Nandito ngayon ang anak ni Abraham na pinapahirapan ni Satan sa loob ng 18 years. Dito po mga kapatid, ipinakita kung paano pinahiya ng ating Panginoong Jesus ang mga Pariseo. At sa umagang ito sa ating Ebanghelyo, tayo po ay binibigyan ng konteksto sa verse 1 ng chapter 14. And it may be surprising for all of us that after Jesus has put these people to shame, still they invited Jesus. Kung paano pinaunlakan ni Jesus ang imbitasyong binigay sa kanya ng mga Pariseo, siya ay binabantayang mabuti, binabantayang maigi ng mga tao. Ano ba ang magiging kilos ni Jesus? Well, preferably, this was for them to be able to see some lapses against Jesus. They wanted also to put Jesus to shame, and at the same time, they wanted to see Jesus breaking their laws. But this has become an opportunity also for Jesus to give the good news, to bring the good news out of the occasion. Kung kaya mga kapatid sa ating Ebanghelyo sa umagang ito, in verse 7, sinabi dito, nang mapansin ni Jesus kung paano pinipili ng mga bisita ang upuan ng mga VIP, nagkwento siya ng isang parable. At sinabi ni Jesus, pag ini-invite ka sa isang kasalan, huwag mong piliin ang upuang pang VIP. Baka may in-invite yung host na mas importante kaysa sa'yo at sabihin nito sa'yo, ibigay mo tong upuan sa kanya. Mapapahiya ka at kailangan mong lumipat sa pinakamababang pwesto. Instead, pag in-invite ka, umupo ka sa pinakamababang pwesto. Pag dumating yung host, sasabihin niya sa'yo, kaibigan, umupo ka sa mas magandang pwesto at pararangalan ka sa harap ng lahat ng mga kasama mo sa mesa. Kasi ang lahat ng nagmamataas ay ibababa at ang mga nagpapakababa ay itataas. In this gospel, God places the responsibility in us, which would mean that God does not make us humble. We need to humble ourselves. Hindi po guarantee mga kapatid na kayo ay Kristiyano, na kayo ay parating nagsisimba, na kayo ay mga alagad ng Panginoong Jesucristo, ay automatic you will have that attitude and character of being humble. No. And I tell you, it takes time to grow in humility. It requires an effort on our side, and we need to do something. May pinag-aralan ka? Then don't act contrary to what is expected of you. Use what you learn. After all, you are a professional person. Kaya nga, marami nagsasabi, professional ka pa namang itinuring. Yan yung attitude mo. Mas matalino ka? Don't brag about yourself. Don't be an intellectual arrogant. Why not use such gift to teach those who are slow, to be their tutor, to be their teacher in your own right? May pera ka? Then don't use that money just to show off. Use it well to build God's kingdom. Use your money to help those who need it the most. Yes, even for strangers. Don't make us a channel where people would beg for you. Rather, offer your help. Mas nakakaangat ka? Then don't let others feel jealous of what you have. Make them see the generous and kind Christian in you. But you can only do this if you have humility in yourself. If you are humble, magagawa mo lamang ang mga ito, mga kapatid, kung ikaw ay may mapagpapakumbabang loob. Then our gospel today is teaching us to learn to be humble by trying to be one. Humility is not an emotion. It is not even a religious facade. Humility is a decision of the will that has to be carried out in action. We don't need to center everything to ourselves. After all, as Christians, we believe that Christ must be the center of our lives. Galatians 2:20 would say, "It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me." And if Christ is in us, then certainly we will live our lives in the most humble way, in the way which Jesus commands us to be one. And so therefore, pride must have no room to play in our lives. It will never do any good for us. Because we know when pride comes, then comes disgrace. But with humility, there comes wisdom. Kaya nga sometimes, mabuti pa yung mahihirap, mabuti pa yung mga taong simple lang, mabuti pa yung mga taong walang mataas na pinag-aralan, kasi sila pa yung mga taong marunong rumespeto sa kapwa. Kesa sa mga taong lumaking mayaman o may mga matataas na pinag-aralan na hindi naman mabubuting loob. Sometimes they are the kind of people who are so very indifferent. They are so very arrogant. Kaya nga sometimes mabuti pang marami kang mga pinagdaan ng mahihirap na bagay dito sa mundo. Kasi it gives you the ability, the attitude, the character of being humble. That is why St. Paul would tend to remind us all, sisters and brothers, in his letter to the Philippians chapter 2 verse 3 to 4. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourself. Each of you should look only not on your own interest, but also the interests of the others. Kung kaya mga kapatid, kinakailangan na magkaroon tayo ng mapagpapakumbabang loob. Sapagkat kung wala tayo nito, then we will not be able to do any good for others. Kaya nga sinabi ni Jesus sa ating ebanghelyo sa umagang ito sa kanyang pagpapatuloy, in verse 13, kaya kung maghahanda ka, imbitahin mo ang mga mahihirap, mga lumpo, mga pilay, at mga bulag. At ibibless ka ng Diyos dahil hindi ka nila kayang suklian. Ang Diyos ang magre-reward sa iyo sa araw na bubuhayin ulit ang mga matuwid. Even in our second reading, the letters to the Hebrew chapter 13, we are being reminded, sabi dito, huwag kayong titigil sa pagmamahalan bilang magkapatid kay Kristo. Make sure na i-welcome nyo sa bahay nyo ang ibang tao. May mga gumawa niyan at di nila alam angels na pala ang wini-welcome nila. It even concluded in verse 16 which says, huwag niyong kalimutang gumawa ng mabuti at i-share sa iba kung anong meron kayo. Kasi ito ang mga sacrifices na nagpapasaya sa Diyos. Humble yourselves before the Lord and He will lift you up. Humility helps us to live with ourselves and with others. Let us remember, everyone who exalts themselves will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. Mga kapatid, nasa sa atin po ang susi kung papaano po natin bubuksan ang ating mga sarili sa isang posibilidad na pwede tayong makakagawa ng mga mabubuting bagay para sa ating sarili at para sa ating mga kapwa. Yun ay kung tayo ay patuloy na mamumuhay na may mapagpapakumbabang loob. Lastly, let us remind ourselves, be like the bamboo. The higher you grow, the deeper you bow down. Pakatandaan po natin na ang lahat ng nagmamataas ay ibinababa at ang lahat na nagpapakababa ay itinataas. Nawa ang Diyos ang siyang patuloy na gumabay sa atin, sa ating patuloy na pagbibigay sa katuparan ng pagbabago ng ating mga puso at ng mga isipan. May the good Lord bless us as we are blessed by His Word. Amen.